Florida. Supposed neutral ground for these two old rivals. Not a lot of distance separates the two. And when they come here for this clash, it can define the season, no matter what's happened before or what might happen after. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval in Jacksonville, Florida. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Florida's offense will take the first swing of the game. Last time these two met, the big dogs ate as Georgia rolled easily.
And taking care of business in a rivalry game like they did, it means a lot. The bragging rights are even better. I can talk about stomping you out. Speaking of stomp, 2007, Mark Richt getting the team to run on the field, celebrate. Those are the moments that you think about in this series that mean so much.
Yeah, we talked to the Gator coaching staff. They said it felt like Herschel Walker was back toting the rock for the Bulldogs. I mean, they had no answer for Georgia's running game a season ago. Defensively, the Gators know they've got to be a lot more physical in this one.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Back to pass, it's Russell. He lost one down the sideline. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. That's caught. It's Boyd. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to.
Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs. They grab the early lead.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment, like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long in their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
As a defender, you always want the interception. You want the big play. But I love it when guys go, and you can tell they're trying to bat the football down. They see it in the air. They know they can't catch it, know they can't make a play. But they make sure the receiver can as well. Nice play.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Larson. Release to the back. Makes the catch. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick release on the RPO. Touchdown, Georgia! A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Quarterback on the keeper. How about this soft? Stopping him short of the 1st down line. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. Called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Gators will call on their punt team. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge 1st down right here. On defense, you're going to have...
Oh, he's got some space. They get him down with this offense to set up 1st and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Gets it out tackle. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Lets it fly. Finds his man. It's Booker. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Here's the handoff. He's in open space downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Pulls and fires complete. At the 35, he's open. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The offense changing the play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Working that left side now. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Red pass hits complete. Open space at the 25. There he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just... He's running free down the middle. The 40, past the 30. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact, so it's okay.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy. I think they had an explosive play the play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away. But the defense was ready for it. And what a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
One guy up front loses his focus, and it leads to that sack. And it's unfortunate because they had all 11 guys on the same page these last two drives. Obviously scoring a touchdown the last time out, and really doing a nice job even on this drive of moving the football. And then it comes to that one critical third down, one guy not doing what he's supposed to do, and now you're set up in 4th and long, and it looks like they're going to have to punt.
The kick is on its way. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Gets the back moving. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Trying to pick up a first down. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Larson. Got the quick pass. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Larson. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit, you cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Hand off from the shotgun. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Back to throw, it's Larson. He's got it and still on his feet. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already...
Touchdown, Georgia! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Gators decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner is stopped. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Larson. Using the quick game. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Georgia going up tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The play action fake. He'll get rid of it. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Georgia.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge of your seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Gators and Bulldogs.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Back to throw, it's Larson. It's complete on the right side. Breaks into the open. Still on his feet. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the RPO, complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
It's caught. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. From the gun. Zings it complete to the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Wants to throw again. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Really don't like that play call for 2 reasons. Number 1, if you're down inside the 3-yard line, just run the football. Trust your guys up front to be able to get it done. But 2, if you are going to throw it, it's got to be a bang-bang play. You've got to have slants or quick outs or a back shoulder fade. Anything long developing, it just forces the quarterback to have to hold on to the football. And because of that, he took a terrible sack.
A long way to go on 4th and goal. Might be changing the route. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. He's got the tight end. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Turning it on! And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
And how about that on 3rd and long? I think everybody in this place thinking pass, right? Drop back and play pass. Well, who has the quarterback? Like, a lot of times in these man-to-man 3rd down and long situations.
He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gator! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Larson. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Hauls it in. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Handoff to the lone back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Got the back over the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Gators come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Motion from the wideout. With jet sweep pass. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's caught. It's Booker. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. And the Gators send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Running back searching for a hole. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
The Bulldogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll run play action. Got his man on the right. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Unloads quickly. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions or force 4th downs.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Russell. He's got him.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man down the middle. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work for the 1st down in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They went up top to pick up the last 1st down. Let's see what they have here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up in the 26 with the 1st down. He'll keep it himself. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Got his man. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Defense in press coverage. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
The give on the option. Fights off a defender. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Quick release by the QB. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead. Guess who shows up with another big one? That one.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. The pull and throw off the RPO. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly, they were very talented back in the day when I played them. The program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level now. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, they're really showing that here in the second half.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Williams. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Quick handoff. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Hamilton. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. The Gators will punt this one away. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
There he goes! He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Dogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Snagged out of the air. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Dogs moving quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Larson. He lobs one high down the left side. Got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Moves away as he feels pressure. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, nope.
Breaks into the open. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but, like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but, like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Dropping back, it's Larson. It's complete. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the 1st. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback making checks. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Now the play fake. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Fires into the end zone. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up.